kill the monster, you become the monster. Stare into the abyss stares back. It is alive. It is hungry. And it devours.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Rantpocalypse Talks Fear the Walking Dead. I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Kelly, and together we're the greatest-ish mother and son podcast duo on the face of the planet.
That talk the Fear the Walking Dead TV show.
Yeah, well, I did say ish.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the Season 2 premiere of Fear the Walking Dead, which was entitled Monster. It was directed by Adam Davidson and written by Dave Erickson. And in this episode, we basically had the group making their way to Abigail, which was Strand's magnificent yacht that we all wish that we could get on. I think I may take a zombie apocalypse and say, fuck it. If I get Strand's yacht,
it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. I mean, there's plenty of booze, lots of fresh fish.
Fists too. There's lots of fresh fists as well because people getting punched in the face in this episode.
Oh, that was a bitch slap, and that was not cool.
Was it a slap? I thought it was a punch.
Because kind of, but I mean, it was just a bitchy thing to do.
Well, it's not a complete bitchy thing to do. I mean, Chris is emotional. He's angsty. He's a teen. He's a brat.
Yeah, and I mean, it was his mom, and I mean, hey, Dad, you shot Mom in the head.
And I know you're over there, getting with your side piece.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's kind of like
that's why you shot Mom.
Yeah, exactly. It's adding fuel to the fire that you've got your next girl while you're hanging out with your old girl and yourself's son. So hey, I get it. It's a little bit awkward, and that's how it would be in the zombie apocalypse. I think it'd be really quick. It would be weird.
It would be even more awkward had Maddie been the one to shoot her. So.
I think so as well. I think Travis made the right decision. I'm glad he made that at the end of season 1. So overall, are you feeling any better about this episode than any of the season 1 episodes that we watched last year? Because I know we were both kind of like, it didn't really do much for us. It was kind of more like whetting the the appetite for the main course.
Right. And I didn't feel like super fantastical about this episode. I mean, it was okay. It just wasn't as strong as I really had hoped it would be. But it was okay.
It was okay. We got a note really quickly on our Facebook page, which is The Walking Naked. And basically, somebody said it was a nice palate cleanser. Oh, Kyle said it was a nice palate cleanser for the Walking Dead season 6 finale. So I happen to agree with Kyle. It wasn't as slow as some of the episodes that we got last season. They definitely ratcheted the action up in the beginning of the episode. Then they kind of took a step back, and then it got all season 1-y on us again because people were making dumbass decisions. Yeah. And you're like, you idiots. Why do you keep putting yourselves in these stupid situations? Poor Strand. I mean, Jesus. This guy is, at this point, babysitting.
Oh, and I would have told all of them, you know what? And that ends up being one of our favorite moments when he does give the rules, but we'll get into that in a minute. But I think I would have said, all y'all, jump.
Exactly. You feeling froggy? Well, jump the hell off my boat.
Exactly. Everybody off right now.
Yeah.
I think there's something super creepy to me about the whole walkers in the water. I love the ocean. I love to scuba dive. I love all of that.
You grew up in California. You grew up basically where all of this is taking place.
Yeah, definitely. But I would not have jumped in and got in that boat that was sinking, and no, that was stupid.
Yeah, that wasn't just the only dumb mistake. Alicia made some dumb mistakes, getting on the CB radio, talking with people on the CB radio. At first I was thinking, oh, she's talking to Eugene. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Has that happened yet in the... No, excuse me. That's a slight comic book spoiler. Excuse me. But yes, it would have been a lot more fun. But it was interesting, her talking on the CB radio, and of course that's going to lead to all sorts of hell in next week's episode. But overall, for me, I did slightly enjoy this episode. I thought it was an adequate episode for Fear the Walking Dead. It was nice to get out there on the ocean. I'm with you. It's interesting to see that aspect of the zombie apocalypse. I hope that it doesn't just go so far awry that they're just trying to be completely different than what we saw on The Walking Dead, that they do just like asinine, stupid stuff on the ocean just to make it different. But so far, I'm liking it. It puts everybody in a more claustrophobic, tight spaces, and I mean, they're gonna have to hash it out at some point amongst all of each other, because it's not like they're exactly friendly to each other.
No, you throw a bunch of enemies basically into a boat, and it's gonna get real.
Yeah, it's gonna get real quick. So, in keeping this brief, because we're trying to keep these little instant impressions a little bit faster than we did in the past, we're gonna get into our top 3 moments from this week's episode. So what do we got at number 3?
All right, number 3, the propeller to the face walker, which was so awesome because this was at the very beginning when they are, you've got Nick and Travis and Maddie and Chris's dead mom, they're
hanging out,
they're, I mean, let's carry mom around. She's in a bag. And, I mean, it's just, that was weird for me, their decision to actually bring her onto the dinghy. But I guess they couldn't take the time.
They couldn't take the time to just throw her in the ocean just like they did later in the episode.
I know, but there's a difference when you're out to sea, a burial at sea, and a burial throw you in, a foot of water. I mean, all you're going to do is catch a wave and roll around and hit right back onto the beach. So, but I love the quick thinking by Nick, the outboard motor that was on that dinghy. He brings that up right in that walker's face and totally shredded it. And I just thought, what a great way. I was screaming, Greg Nicotero! Is what I was screaming. So
is he doing this show still?
I don't even know, but it seemed like something he would do. So
it did seem like something he would do. I don't know if it was visually as impactful as some of the stuff I've seen from him, but it was still a lot of fun. I thought it was a really cool moment, and it was, there we go. It was like, we're kicking it off. We're getting to boat shit, because we're killing walkers with our propellers at this point. So I did think it was really cool. Nick, he's a wily one.
Yeah, I was surprised that he was thinking quick enough to make it happen. So I was proud of him.
He thinks a lot quicker without all that heroin.
Yeah, I mean, last time I did heroin, I remember not really remembering.
yeah, just it's a little hazy, when I get on those drugs. All right, our number 2 moment, which also involves Nick, was Nick being attacked by the walker under the boat. It was super creepy, and I will say that it was not only creepy just because underwater walkers gives me a whole nother reason to never want to go in the freaking ocean, because the ocean's scary as shit.
Justin is so afraid. Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm starting to think about when we were Florida or Alabama or wherever we were. And
yes.
I mean, you didn't get far enough out. If you could tippy-toe touch, you were okay.
Exactly. I'm not a fan. I want to be able to see what's underneath me, so keep me in the, let's say, 9-foot pool. I'll take the 9-foot pool.
All right.
All you other people out there that want to be badasses and you're like, oh, I'm going to go deep, far into the ocean. Yeah, go have your underwater walkers. Go have your Jaws moments. I'll be chilling on the shore watching you get ate. So
I was out swimming for the dolphins and you're freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. But it also is cool because it really reminded me of the scenes that we got from the season 6 finale of The Walking Dead, where you're seeing the light shine through the holes in that boat and everything.
Yes.
It reminded me of when Daryl and Michonne and everybody was locked in that car or whatever they were locked in at the end of the season 6 finale. So that was also why it was very tense for me, because I had flashbacks of the hell from last week's season 6 finale. But it was just kind of cool. I don't know why the hell that Walker just let him go.
That was my question. What was the deal? I mean, it was like she looked at him and suddenly they had an understanding that, oh, you're a nice guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I was wondering what I missed.
I don't know. I'm not really sure why the Walker let Nick go, because it was very awkward. He kind of came up on it. The whole scene as how it played out was kind of awkward a little bit. It was cool. I mean, I like the underwater walkers, and that wasn't even the first one. The first one that he came up on was when they were him and Chris were wanting to go for a little swim. They wanted to get out in the ocean waters.
Yeah.
They wanted to be, kids being kids, being
somebody
stupid.
had to pee, so jump in the water and
pee off the side of the boat, people.
Okay,
don't be amateurs. You don't have to jump in the water.
What if he had to poop?
Okay, then you hang it over the side of the boat as well.
But I didn't understand why he wanted to be a brave dude, because he didn't seem like he was super brave. And he said
Nick?
he was, yeah. And last season he wasn't brave.
No, Nick's the brave one. Nick is the brave one of the
Really?
Chris is the stupid one. Chris is the one that you want to just shake him to death and be like, bro, snap out of it. Stop being an idiot. Grow the F up. Let those balls drop. That's what you want to say to Chris.
Well, Chris is very annoying to me.
Yeah, he's very angsty teenagery.
And I kind of was thinking, oh my God, here's where we're going to get a major character death.
Yeah.
On the very first episode of this.
The character that we actually like dies in the opening, and then everybody's like, all right, I've officially had enough. Fear the Walking Dead is done to me. It's dead to me. You killed off the most likable character on the show, minus Strand. I think Strand is he's up there as one of the more likable characters.
He's interesting. Sure. Okay, let me ask you this. So can we call them walkers if they're in the water?
They're floaters.
Yeah, they're floaters.
Yeah, they're floaters, just like when you go to the bathroom.
Oprah says if they're floaters, there's something wrong with you.
That's true, and of course, whatever Oprah says,
I mean,
is the gospel.
She knows these things, so
yeah, she knows things. That's for sure. She knows how to make lots and lots of monies. I had a question that I was going to ask you about Nick jumping in the water. Oh, you were talking about Nick's not the brave one, but I like that speech that Strand gave to Nick about, because he was basically Nick was asking Strand, why am I on the boat? What the hell do you want a heroin junkie for on the boat? And not only that, why do you want him on the boat, but why is Nick your go-to person on the boat? And it's because that he said that he was fearless, that fearlessness was a valuable commodity in the zombie apocalypse world that they're living in, which I think is true. I mean, Nick was stupid. He was very idiotic at the end of the episode whenever he just blindly went out after whoever the hell he thought it was in that boat that had been destroyed. So he made one good decision in this episode and one dumb decision. But overall, he's batting 500, which is a lot better than the other kids in this show.
Yeah, that's true.
So I still applaud him.
All right. Not his clothing choice, but him as a person.
No, I like his clothing choice too. I like the homeless look. It's homeless chic.
It is homeless chic. All right. Our number one, we definitely were in total agreement of. So, and I kind of feel bad because I think you really wanted to do this.
Oh, okay. I guess I will do number one. Our number one is rule number one. It's
wait. I'm sorry. Okay, so Strand, after he finds out that Alicia has talked to someone on the radio,
Yeah,
the radio. Yeah. And he's kind of pissed about it, and he says, "Please let me explain the rules of the boat." Okay,
yes.
Now
and
Justin.
the rules of the boat are: number one, it's my boat. Number two, my boat. And number three, if there's any confusion on 1 and 2, it's my goddamn boat.
So, which is exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, I mean, he went in on Alicia, and Alicia deserved it. Quit being a dumbass. You don't talk to people on the CB freaking radio. Haven't we learned? Just, you can let them talk all you want. And if you want to say, that's cool.
Or
Thanks
if you
want to
say,
info.
What you wearing? Something like that. But
yeah, they were having a sexy convo for sure. They were flirting back and forth. This dude, Jack, had lost his girlfriend, as he tells Alicia. And Alicia's like, oh, I remember my boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. As she's looking at her tattoo on her arm that, he drew the picture, which was only a couple of days ago, really.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, oh God, those kids.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. We've got Nick, Alicia, and Chris. Who makes it through the whole season? I mean, we might as well get into our death predictions.
Yeah, I mean, we're always good at doing death predictions way too early. I'm going to say, at this point on this show, it's a little bit weird. I don't see them killing people off.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about this show where I feel like they don't quite want to pull out all the punches. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way, but for some reason, with the way that season 1 was relatively tame and didn't break a whole lot of new ground, because in essence it was just a protect your loved ones story.
All I'm saying is, tell that to Chris's mom. That they don't want to kill people off and protect your loved ones.
That's very true, but I don't know. I don't feel like we got to know her that much. I mean, which we didn't get to know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, if you're gonna hold a gun to my head and tell me which one of these 3 kids, I'm hoping Chris is a goner.
Okay, yeah.
Chris still, yeah.
Unfortunately, at this point, that's the way I feel about him too. I mean, he just annoys the pee-pee out of me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he makes dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. Because Matt Feller pointed out in his review on IGN, basically that the drama is created from our characters thus far because of their idiotic decision making, and it's very tough for us. And I'm gonna try not to compare a lot once we get into Fear the Walking Dead. I don't want to compare a lot to The Walking Dead because they're completely different shows, and I just want to enjoy Fear the Walking Dead as much as I can without the comparisons. But it is difficult because you see a character like Strand, and he's so pragmatic about every decision making. I mean, whenever Maddie wants to stop and help those boatload of people that are out there in the ocean, he's like, F that. We're moving on, and if I'm stopping, it's because your ass is getting off.
Right.
Like, we're not stopping anywhere. And it's so weird because he's so far along in this zombie apocalypse of making the smart decisions to keep his ass alive, whereas everybody else is making such dumb decisions and just doing things that, like, I understand it. It's the early onset of the zombie apocalypse. Your humanity hasn't just been eroded at this point. But I'm number 1. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm number 1. I'm gonna keep my ass alive. Now I'm gonna keep my girlfriend and my dog alive as well.
Yeah.
But if they start making dumb decisions,
they get off the boat.
They're gonna have to get their ass off the boat. Mac, you want to try and jump out in the ocean? Stay your ass out there in the ocean until you can do better. Learn.
That's awful. It's just awful. But, and I will say, obviously, we saw a lot of poor decisions being made on The Walking Dead as well. So
yes, which bothered the crap out of us.
Yes, exactly. So it's still early enough on that for these people, I guess, if they want to make some stupid decisions, I'm gonna not blame them too much, because I
slide.
Yeah, I mean, I get that they wanted to help those people on the boat. I get that, and it was just a hard lesson for them to learn that, oh my God, we can't be like we would have been just a little short time ago. So
no, I mean, that is the most interesting part about any kind of apocalyptic show, or just shows where you're put in like these dire situations. Like, what what choices would you make in
Yeah.
in the moment? And
Yeah.
that's always fun to contemplate. Would you have stopped and let him on?
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Call us assholes, but we're gonna be eating that eel by ourselves and drinking
That's
that
right.
nice booze all by
Exactly.
ourselves.
Sorry, there was no place. They couldn't take him back to shore.
There was like
So-
freaking 150 of those people.
Yeah, there was a lot of people on that boat. It would have been bad, and we don't know those people. We don't know if they already have something.
Yeah.
So
they might
you know,
have guns.
Yeah.
They might try to take our shit.
some of them might be infected. So
Yeah. Strand, I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Making those smart decisions. I think you're gonna have to drop these other fools off eventually.
yeah,
But you know, it's all right. It's all right for right now. We'll see how the Abigail rolls along in next week's episode, which I believe is entitled "We All Fall Down."
all right.
That's not good. That doesn't sound like a good title for Strand and his group.
No,
Well, I guess Strand's not technically the leader, but I'm going to say he's the de facto leader because he's the smartest one.
and it's his boat.
Yeah, and it's my goddamn boat.
All right. Well, so yeah, tell us what you think about this episode. We'd love to hear it. So you can do that in so many different places. But do we? Oh, I guess basically our Facebook page, right?
Yeah, Facebook. I think Facebook is the easiest. It's the Walking Naked on Facebook, or if this is on YouTube right now, you can just put your comment right in the comment box down below and let us know your thoughts on the Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 premiere. Did you like it? Are you on board with these kids making dumb decisions? You don't really care? You're like, kids will be kids. They do dumb things, and it's okay. Let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. The second you get killed for it, then you'll start rethinking that. Oh, it's okay. We all
We're
did dumb
just-
things when we were
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
No, not okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for letting us give our thoughts on Fear the Walking Dead. Hope you enjoyed them, and we'll be back to discuss episode 2 next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.